Human beings have lived in an illusion for centuries. They believe that the harder they work, the more money they will earn. This illusion is so deep that very few people dare to even question it. History is a witness. Those who sweat the most are not the richest. A farmer who bends day and night in the fields works harder than a king who lives in a palace. Yet the wealth belongs to the king. Here, the first truth is revealed. Hard work and wealth do not have a direct relationship. If money came only from hard work, then every laborer in the world would be an emperor. Every porter would own a treasure, and every soldier would be buried in gold. But reality is exactly the opposite. Wealth goes to the person who understands the system, not to the one who only works hard, to the one who does not labor with his hands, but makes others labor with his mind. Hard work is power, but power without direction is destructive. A hard-working person often becomes so absorbed in his labor that he fails to see for whom his labor is actually producing results. Wealth is created where value is created, and value is not born from labor alone, but from understanding. One person digs a well, another chooses the location of the well. The sweat belongs to the first, the profit to the second. Is this injustice? No, this is a rule. Wealth is not the reward of effort. Wealth is the response to intelligence. The person who only works hard sells himself. The person who plans buys the labor of others. This is the difference between a king and a servant. The servant thinks, how much work must I do today? The king thinks, who will work for me and when should I stop? Hard work is often the most effective weapon used to keep the poor busy. They are exhausted so deeply that they can no longer think. Thinking is dangerous because thinking creates questions, and questions shake systems. That is why society worships hard work but fears intelligence. Wealth does not go where the most labor exists. Wealth goes where decisions are made. A decision maker may be wrong, but a person who never makes decisions always remains poor. The one who only works hard sells time, and time has a limited price. The one who builds systems controls time, and time has no limits. Wealth never chooses a tired body. Wealth always chooses a sharp mind. That mind is not emotional. It is not driven by compassion, but by calculation. This is why the hardest working people are often the most emotional. They say, I sacrificed my entire life, but kingdoms are not built by sacrificing life. Kingdoms are built by the right moves. Wealth goes to the person who knows when to act and when to step back, who knows which battles to fight and which to avoid. It is not necessary to win every battle, but entering every battle guarantees poverty. The hardworking person often takes pride in being honest. But is there intelligence along with that honesty? If a person stands in an open field shouting the truth, and the enemy shoots an arrow, the death is not of truth, it is of foolishness. Wealth goes to clever people, not to good people. This statement is bitter, but it is true. Goodness is an emotion. Wealth is mathematics. One who does not understand mathematics cannot run life on emotions alone. The person who only works hard waits for results. The person who creates strategy decides the results. That is why in history there were few kings and many servants. Poverty is not a lack of hard work. Poverty is a lack of understanding. And wealth never looks at sweat. Wealth looks at decisions. The person who spends his entire life only working hard fulfills the dreams of others. The one who thinks, chooses, and makes calculated moves creates history.